Hey, good morning. It's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Tuesday. So, are your kids on the naughty list or the nice list? Because Santa is, or the elf now is watching. This is something I've learned, and being honest, we know that there's really not such a list, but there really kind of is a list like that because somebody is watching you. If you're a parent listening to this or a grandparent, somebody is watching you. So what list are you on? And here's my point. A lot of times we think kids aren't watching, they're not listening. And I will tell you from experience as a longtime coach, having kids, having a little, future grandson around, I know they are a sponge. And so if you don't want them to speak a certain way and use certain language, then don't you do that. Because guess what? They are going to do the exact same thing. So you can't very well say, hey, don't talk like that, if they've heard you speak like that. Let's just be honest. It's very hypocritical when you get right down to it. Same deal with habits. Just say, hey, you'll say this. Don't do as I do, you do as I say. But you know what? They're still watching you and everything that you do. And let me tell you something. Going in these schools, and we were in a local middle school last week, and you think these kids aren't listening, they are listening. And there are things we talk about in this day and time that we never had to discuss way back in the day. Vaping's one of them. And to say, what is the big deal? Well, it is still can be very detrimental to your health. Let me break that to you. But a lot of kids, what they're doing now is they'll actually put like THC in that vape on campus, which all of a sudden it's a felony crime now. You did it on campus. You just did. But what habit, what example do you set for them as well? And so because you can't control anybody but yourself. You just can't. But again, you'll be amazed. Like, why am I an Oklahoma Sooner fan? My grandmother was from Oklahoma. My mom's from Oklahoma. So what I mean? Somebody's watching. And so, forever, since I was a little bitty one, I've always been an Oklahoma Sooner fan. Just have been. It was an example that was set to me. And so my point today, again, ask yourself, when it's like somebody's watching you, you need to look at yourself and say somebody's watching you. Even the way that I think we talk to one another is also very important because our kids are watching. And those things will come back to haunt you. They just will. And so check your spirit this morning. Check your spirit. I don't know what your habits are. I don't know how you speak. I don't know how you communicate with one another, meaning husband and wife. Whatever your situation is, but they're watching. They're watching, and so we all have to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, man, what kind of example do I set? It's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach.